Hey everyone, this is SEA Crypto Daily Buzz. Today is Saturday, August 23rd, and the Crypto Tape is testing whether this week's breakout is real. Bitcoin held above $77,000 after touching $79,000. Spot Bitcoin ETFs extended their streak to 5 straight days. And Solana ETFs printed their biggest single-day inflow in 3 weeks, with Morgan Stanley's staking product in the mix. This channel summarizes the most important crypto news for investors in Southeast Asia. First, Bitcoin digests the breakout. Story 1. Bitcoin is digesting the breakout. Bitcoin traded near $77,290, down about 1.3%, with a session high above $78,000. Ethereum pulled back to $2,428, down about 3.5% from a peak above $2,500. Solana traded near $94, up almost 1%, after tagging above 100 earlier. For SEA traders, this is a healthy pullback, not a rejection. The 75,000 support test is what matters into next week's open. ETH is the weakest leg and needs to reclaim 2,500 to keep the alt bid alive. If funding rates on Binance and Bybit perpetuals cool while spot holds, that confirms the breakout is not just leverage. The weekend tape will be the real test for Southeast Asian swing traders looking to add exposure. Keep a close eye on the volume profile during the Asian session open. Next, Bitcoin ETF streaks. Story 2. Bitcoin ETF inflows are now a 5-day streak. U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs pulled in $307.5 million on August 21st, the 5th straight positive session, extending this week's total to about $1.92 billion. August is now the strongest month of 2026 at over $2.4 billion. BlackRock's IBIT took $239 million, roughly 78% of the day. Cumulative net inflows stand at $53.7 billion. For Filipino, Vietnamese, and Indonesian ETF watchers, this is now a trend, not a spike. The concentration warning still applies. IBIT above 75% means one fund is driving the tape, but crossing $96 billion in assets is a structural milestone. This institutional baseline provides a floor that didn't exist in previous cycles. Investors in the SEA region should track these daily prints as a proxy for institutional sentiment shift. Finally, Solana ETF staking. Story 3. Solana ETFs are quietly having their best week. U.S. spot Solana ETFs recorded $14.6 million in net inflows on August 21st, the largest single-day print in 3 weeks and a third straight positive day. Bitwise's BSOL took nearly $9 million, and cumulative inflows now stand near $1.16 billion. Morgan Stanley's MSOL is the story here. It launched July 28th with a 0.14% expense ratio. Solana staking activates in 2 to 3 days versus Ethereum's 47-day queue. For Vietnamese and Indonesian SOL holders, a regulated bank-affiliated product delivering staking yield through a brokerage account changes the calculus. The catch is validator risk. Slashing penalties are real, so understanding the underlying validator health is crucial. As more institutional products hit the market, expect the staking yield spreads to become a key metric for SEA portfolio allocation. Quick recap. 1. Bitcoin held $77,000 after tagging 79, ETH pulled back to $2,400, SOL held $94. 2. U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs extended to a 5-day inflow streak. Total assets crossed $96 billion. 3. Solana ETFs printed a 3-week high inflow, with Morgan Stanley's MSOL staking product driving the yield narrative. This video is for information and education only and is not financial advice. All investment decisions and risks are your own responsibility. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell. And if you want more chart analysis and trading insights, join our free Telegram channel. The link is in the description below. See you in the next one.